Welcome to another ill-informed rant on a subject that irritates me even though I clearly don't know enough about it and should really hold my tongue. But hey, where's the fun in that? Marketing. To be fair, it's really advertising everyone gets annoyed at. You shouldn't conflate it with marketing, which can be really useful, but it is used to drive bloody advertising. Does advertising exist to make you aware of products that can assist you in everyday life and make your existence easier? No. Advertisers would love you to think they're providing an essential service that allows people to make choices that ultimately make their lives easier. Well, it's not. It's there to separate you from your hard-earned cash, and I want you to think of that before you buy anything. What's the benefit of buying this? Will it really make my life easier? Is there an alternative way to achieve the same thing? If you can get by without something, then you don't need it. If you think you need it to improve, then do you have to spend so much money on it? Does it have to be the latest gadget, or can it be an earlier model with fewer features, but does what you need? Cycling computers are one of the best examples of this, as are bikes themselves. If you want to monitor your speed and think having the data in front of you is helpful, think about what you want. If you just want it during the ride and you don't want to look at the data afterward, then a basic cat eye or similar computer will do. They can be bought for buttons these days and will do the job. If you're more of a nerd and want GPS, speed, cadence, heart rate and the other things, you will be spending more money, but you don't have to spend a fortune. I bought a Garmin 500 years ago when it was on the way out for £120. I still use it today. The battery life isn't as good, but it still gets me through a long ride. If I had a power meter, and more money than sense, this would work with it. It doesn't have fancy mapping technology and it doesn't connect to your smartphone, but it works and I can upload the data to my cheap laptop. Why am I rattling on about this? Apart from the ethos of the channel being about trying to do this sport on a budget, I don't like being told that the thing I have isn't as good as this new thing that costs so much more, even though this was the exact same message I was given, so I would buy the very thing I bought in the first place. When I bought my first set of clipless pedals, I wanted silver or black. I ended up buying white. Why? Because they were 10 quid cheaper than the other two colours. Was there 10 quid's worth of extra tech in the other pedals? Do they make any difference to the ride? No. White is just an unpopular colour. Now I'm buying them second hand, I realise how unpopular they were because I can only get black. Sometimes advertisers make an effort to hide this, but most of the time they treat you like you have goldfish memory and just shill the same stuff. I remember an ad for washing up liquid. It involved a Spanish village cooking 2 massive pans of paella. On one pan, they used other brand washing up liquid. On the other, they used this brand. And look how clean it is compared to the grubby pan washed in competitor brand. Not 2 years later, the same washing up liquid company launched a new fancy brand of washing up liquid that was better than the previous version. How did they advertise it? With the same bloody ad. But this time, they put their own prior brand over the grubby pan. I thought the earlier version resulted in sparkling cleanliness, not a grubby pan. But no. They're now admitting that they lied to us the first time around and their original formula was crap at washing your dishes, and now they've perfected it so it works like the first one was supposed to. This applies to everything. This year's model of bike is more aerodynamically designed to save you watts. The seat stays are lowered to enhance comfort and airflow. We've specifically designed the seat post so you can't get one from any other supplier apart from us. The components are also harder to work with because we've internally routed the cables to save watts and used a braking system that is far more complicated to work on at home. We've also built the frame from a material that is incredibly light and strong, but should you slightly over-tighten a bolt, it cracks and becomes dangerous to ride because we specifically didn't make it strong in that area. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I wrong? Is new stuff just the bestest ever? Like, share, subscribe. Keep training. and I'll see you in the next video.